the ex-husband of Nigerian choreographer Kaffy, has denied the infidelity allegations leveled against him by the dancer. In a post shared via his social media page, the drummer revealed that even though he messed up in their marriage, he never cheated on the dancer instructor. I said, "I will make this as brief as possible. I made a lot of mistakes in life and in marriage. I take full responsibility for all my foolishness with absolutely no excuses. However, I never slept with your best friend or close pals. Neither have I been violent towards you, contrary to the narratives flying around about me." Anyway, it has been a year since the marriage ended. I have tried to move on, and I do also advise you do the same.
Last line. I've tried to move on. Advice, but you know, it's not so easy though to just move on, especially when you are so invested in this relationship, in this marriage, and it turns out to end very badly. I mean, we have marriages and relationships that end, and you guys are still very civil with each other. You understand that, okay, this is something mutual, and it's fine, it's good. We know we have to call it quits, but we are good with each other. We just can't peacefully coexist. But there are those that just end so messily, and it's not so easy to move on from stuff like that.
All right, so me personally, I want to touch on things like when you have friends you can't trust. Like, it's weird to me when I hear things like, you know, my best friend cheated me, and I slept with my husband slept with my best friend. You know, I understand all of those things before marriage. I'm not gonna say I'm a saint. I've you know, had you know what I'm talking about, with people's, you know, girlfriends and stuff. So, but at the end of the day, I won't hold it dearly like, yo, that's what makes me a man. That is who I am. And I feel like there are boundaries. So now, before marriage, they say everybody's single until they get married. Do you understand? But if once this marriage is boundaries, I don't even know. The moment you tell me you're married, I would say I'm a very huggy, clingy person, right? That I would hug you, I would raise you up, I would do this. But the moment I find out that you are married, right? There are boundaries. I'm the type that will give you a handshake. If I want to hug you, it's from the side. Do you understand? Like, yeah, it's going to be like, there's going to be respect there, right? But I realize that there are a lot of women that really do not care about the vows they took on the altar. And there are really a lot of men that do not care about those vows either. But does that mean that you as a person? So I was watching somebody's interview where he said that, they asked him, have you ever cheated in a relationship? I don't know if you've seen that video. I can't remember who the person was for the life of me. He said, I wouldn't say I have cheated, but I've been dishonest because I've been with married women. And I respected that guy because he knew he was being dishonest. Do you understand? He wasn't necessarily the one cheating, because it was a single man cheating with a married woman, right? But he said, I would say I've been dishonest, but I've never ever cheated. And I respected what the guy said. And I saw another skit over the weekend. The girl that a best friend, or a friend, okay, she didn't call her a best friend. A friend came to her house to visit her, and then the friend went to take a shower, and then maybe she used one of the, you know, workers in the house to pretend like it was her husband, saying that, babe, open the door, like your friend has gone out, you know, let's spend some time together and all of that. And this lady was like, no, what's the meaning of that? Are you something wrong with you? I don't do stuff like that. And she was right there. So she was like, hey, she was egging a friend on, like, yo, that's my friend, that's my friend. They were like, okay, you know what? I'll give you 20K. She said, what's it? I'm not into that. Yeah, you create the money to 30K. Yeah, no, he said 50K. She said, what did you say? We have to be very fast about this, so because I will not want
50K.
that to 50,000. So imagine the level that some people would go to do it. So I'm trying to bring it back into context here, trying to say that, man, it's very absurd. Like, there's no smoke without fire. You can't be that close to my best friend, right? To the point of me thinking you guys are cheating. That is another level of violation. There have to be boundaries. There has to be boundaries, but then at the same time, in marriage. Yeah, like you just said, now this is just a typical example. I trust my friend, and she has not given me any reason to feel, okay, she's going to do anything. She's going to do anything with my friend. Okay, now my wife's friend is going to come and stay in our house.
I have a question for you. Okay, I have a question for you. For example,
maybe one night. Maybe
for example,
an event or something.
Your wife is out of town, and her friend pops into
say,
town.
to do
Wait,
what?
calm down, let me arrive. And she's stranded to get hotels. They just assume that hotels are booked. Not that she actually wants to come and stay, because obviously your wife is not around. So and then your wife, she calls your wife and she tells your wife, okay, please, can I just go and sleep over at your place for like one night?
Okay, then in that case, I would leave the house. So I'm the type that would have domestic staff. So she will be comfortable, even if I don't have domestic staff. But I wouldn't want to be in the position where I could be tempted. I wouldn't want to be in a position where we're having drinks. Look, things happen. I've been in situations where I didn't plan nothing. They just happen.
I like the way you are saying it. You are actually letting us know that there's a possibility, but you are going to make sure. And that's nice. It's not just the person that will tell you nothing will happen, let her come and everything.
Like, it is very, very possible. She could, maybe I didn't even know there was a side to her before. It could be that night that I would discover that she is so funny.
Yeah,
she said, we're just talking, and from there she's making me laugh so hard. We begin to talk, and I'm like, okay, it's just a playful thing. Before you know it, we done the kiss. Before you know,
stuff has happened.
Do you understand? Now I will have no one to blame but myself. Knowing that I'm also a very talky social person, I wouldn't want a social butterfly in my space. So there are things that you naturally just avoid.
That's why they are called temptations.
I'm in a relationship. I've been invited by women for different. Let's grab drinks. Let's have food. Let's have this. Let's have that. There's always one excuse or the other after. Do you get me? Because it's not the fact that I can't go grab drinks with you if we're not talking business. That's not the fact. That's a different ball game entirely. But the fact that I put myself in that position,
you don't want to put
then
yourself
I've
in
made
any
up my mind that anything can happen. What? Say what? Say what? Anything can happen. But see, I have moments like that I put myself in a position of anything can happen, but you'll be strong. Do you understand? But me putting myself in that position is already the infidelity for me, because the fact that I've told myself that anything can happen,
and knowing full
I've
well
already
that
cheated on you because I've told myself that anything can happen. So I've cheated on you, and of course, everybody knows that I'm madly in love with Elile. So come on, why would I want to do that?
But she just move on. I keep on saying this. I don't know why people talk about their exes on social media over and over and over and
but
over.
I like his write-up though. I like the way he put it.
Concise, straight to the point, just move ahead.
Let's move on.
Admit that you are exactly.
I've made mistakes. I've been foolish.
Simple.
I've been all of that. Look, there's no relationship that's perfect. People look at it from the outside and they think that, it's very easy for people to get by in relationships. It's not that easy. If you've been in a very toxic one, you would know what love actually. I was so madly in love with somebody that. I was so madly with somebody that I was in a toxic relationship, and I turned a blind eye to it. The thing is, it feels good to be mad at somebody for the night, but in the morning, you still want to hope they are yours. Do you understand? Like, I still hope you're mine in the morning. Like, that's the lyrics of a song, by the way, in case somebody has figured it out. But it is the lyrics of the song, but it says something to me powerfully in a way that I feel like I could go to bed mad at you, but when I wake up in the morning, I still hope you're mine. Do you get what I mean? Like, that's the but as it is, man, big shout out to Kaffy, big shout out to her ex-husband. I hope you guys, move ahead. And of course, Kaffy's interview was very powerful as well. I learned a thing or two from it. And yes, let's move on to the next story. So Davido has called out a show promoter who didn't maintain their agreement in a lengthy post on his Insta story. The folk crooner alleged that the show promoters have refused to pay his balance after the show, which was completely sold out. He wrote, "We overwork our bodies, blood, sweat, and tears daily to keep up and deliver these shows for our fans, only for people to take our craft and hard work for granted. I fly private 90% of the time, but logistic issues, we couldn't get a landing permit on time. So even I decided to take almost 3 connecting flights to get here. We get here and the promoter did not keep up to his own part of the agreement. He saw his thousands of tickets, but doesn't want to pay me. Normally, it's no balance Timbaland's no-show, I've been ready at the hotel for the past 4 hours, waiting for either cash or wire. Still nothing. I know how many people use their last to see me, so because of that, I will do the show. Big shout out to man like David. See, David, yeah, he thinks about people.
He
before
loves
he thinks of
us. You
himself.
can tell that this man loves us genuinely. I'm not saying that others don't love, but I don't know. There's just
love
something.
the money more, though.
There's
See,
something
that's
about
the difference.
David.
That's the difference of, see, everybody wants to put the money as what.
How many
No,
artists will do
they
this?
put it like it is the money that fundamentally projected his career to where it is. But no, it's his personality. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. A lot of these people have not seen money. So they want their money first before they put the people first. But this was a man that was born into wealth, and he understands that sometimes you have, sometimes you don't. Most times you have in this case. So when he sees that, look, most times I have. Why will I not deliver to people that use their last
to come and see you simply because the show promoter is just...
So he thinks about people, but man, I'm telling you that, man, you are saying that it's not like others don't. My sister, others don't. There are people that will not come out.
No, of course, because I was about to ask,
Yes,
like, how many celebrities can you think of off the top of your head that will actually do something like this?
Whiskey though. Three shows. Come on, three shows back to back for
without...
Yeah, man, bro was giving out for free. Because, man, if he had to do that show, like, weeks and weeks apart, he would have made more money. But Whiskey saw that the first night was amazing. He didn't plan 3 nights. He saw that the first night was amazing, and he saw how many people that couldn't get in. He promised them a second show, then a third show. So we've seen Weez do it as well, but I'm not trying to bring David and Weez into comparison, but because of what you asked me,
about people that
who else would have done it? But aside from those two, and I think it's because they understand what it means to have people that do not have around you.
And you know, at the same time, I love to think that, see, these people are so comfortable, and they're like, okay, it's not just how much or something that is going to make me disappoint. People that really want to see me, people that you travel, this is not, it's international. You left the country, you went somewhere, and you can imagine how many people, we're talking about Davido, so we know how popular and how big he is. You can imagine how many people simply bought the tickets because they said Davido was coming.
Do you think Zlatan Ibile would have come out?
No. I think almost every
artist. You say I'm
almost
a petty guy.
No, but we're being factual, and you're asking me what I think. We do not know for certain, but I do not think he would. So it's just about, Davido has such a nice personality, and I feel, for me, I see his personality before I even really see his art, his craft and everything. So that's why when they ask me, why do you like Davido? I always say it's not even necessarily because of his music. It's just his vibe, his personality. It's just so
you
lovable.
like David, right?
Of course.
So I'm going to put you to the test. You have to sing one Davido chorus.
Money follow you. Banana follow you.
No.
Paparazzi follow you.
I don't want. Can I have?
Because I'm in love with you.
Can I have avocado follow me? Can we have banana again?
I'm serious.
So, if we have to choose fruits, can we choose avocado? Can we choose strawberries?
Pineapple.
Can we choose apples? You know? Why are you telling me about bananas still? Like, nah, man. No banana falling on me. No way. Anyway, so for me, I'll sing Emma Dami Duro.
And that song was such a jam, bro. Till tomorrow, I feel even when you play it, when it goes to that part is just that. No, that's when it came out. When it came out that time, that's how we're rolling it. But it was very nice.
Anyways, let's go on a quick music break, and of course, you know your favorite show. We'll be right back. Probably it's Davido, probably it's not, probably it's somebody else, but let's vibe, man. Let's go.